is safe and sound. Looks like I didn't practice for nothing then.
晚上好。今天玩明朝，现在在新的区域。
哦，新的区域有新的王吗？
新的王就是那个是那个睡族吗？那只龙。
哦，你可以打吗
？We should get going. Hopefully, we'll make new findings.
I will cut down any threat in your way.
I assume this is the Truth Seeker's Pass Xing Yi mentioned.
Yes. This should be another chronosorter. It should work in similar ways with the one we saw near the luminous shore. The entrance is built on that cliff, and it's been blocked. We will need to break the 3 photon vaults with ranged attacks first. Nothing. I was wondering, how did the court... I've never heard of any human civilization having the ability to manipulate time. Unless the Sentinel willingly taught them. We need to focus on items related to the court of Savante in truth.
说要启动那个，
要启动那个。
什么意思？解除敌机大门封锁，从这里上去。
上一个，还有你编，还有你编这个而已。
Good. Did you see the tacitite fulminate on that cliff? Perhaps we can create an opening in this disk with an explosion.
“这样就解除一个。
要打开缺口是吧？对，它现在有缺口了，所以你，对，这样子。它那个要3个一起射击啊，它那个3个光点要一起射击。
是哦。
I see.
对，它3个。
Are we going to aim the disk's opening at the photon vault in the middle?
利用这个缺角来那个。利用这个缺角来射击。你要换那个射击的去打那个光点。
是哦。
对。
射击呀。
对。
You can count on me.
I see. Are we going to aim the disk's opening at the photon vault in the middle?
你这样有一个挡住了，没办法。这样有一个挡住。
It worked. The opening fits right onto the middle photon vault.
Rover, now we can hit the 3 photon... The blockade has been lifted. Let's go in.
What do we have here? You can't hide from me.
新的矿石。
Why are there tacit discords here? No. These monsters... they don't look like the usual tacit discords.
These also look like the works of the court of Savante. Did they create these simulated holograms to protect?
Please, don't stay too far away from me.
Place?
Engrave. A change of perception.
This is so much fun! Here comes Encore! Leave me alone!
Stay behind me. Frozen blockade. A change of perception.
Woolly's attack! Woolly Stampede! You're in for it now! Da-da-da-da-da-da! Leave me alone! Luminous energy! Roll for me!
Stay behind me, like frigid death. A change of perception.
Oh, this is so much fun! Ha! You're it! No one picks on Encore's friends! Here comes Encore! Da-da-da-da-da-da!
That thing up ahead. Is it another mechanism?
It seems to have unlocked after we got rid of those holograms. Let's go and have a look.
药文，每个药文对应一个药研，靠近并启动药研，可让与之对应的药文熄灭。
The glowing patterns on that gate. It's a flare crest. Yes. The flare crests have a complex... See how each star represents a flare stone?
Huh?
That mechanism we accidentally solved earlier should be one of them.
18度哦。
Yes. We still need the other two flare stones to open it. Wait.
有一点亮。
The blood and scales here. It's Jinshi. She is likely teetering on the edge of overclocking now. We are running out of time.
就是想打喷嚏而已。
精细受伤。
受伤。
A worthwhile expedition.
Oh.
Decades have passed,
太大。
but those researchers' presence still lingers in this place. The Sentinel situation is worse than we thought. It had all... With one of the temporal programs lost,
So the Sentinel protected Hongjin with its power. But
it would seem so. According to their theories, the Sentinel's injury would worsen over time. And if the So the Fraxidus just added a pinch of salt to the... There's nothing we can do. At least, only the Mianlong Chamber can provide temporary relief for the Sentinel, but it won't... In the end, the Sentinel and a peculiar visitor who is immune to time disruptions would have to come up with a last resort. The Sentinel couldn't be fixed, so their experiments resulted in the first Chronosorter. No. A Chronosorter can only rewind time within a narrow range. It's no match for the... We are getting closer and closer to the truth. 2 more flare stones left. Everything aside...
We're in this together.
Please don't stay too far away from me. Frozen blockade. A change of perception.
Here we go again. You're in. We'll leave that away. Oh. Here comes Encore. Leave me.
好吗？
Oh no! Life isn't everything.
Stay behind me. Lotus pervade. A change of perception.
This is so much fun. No one picks on Encore's friends. Da-da-da-da-da-da!
这边堵住了。新的怪物，
This is so much fun. Leave me alone.
冰块一样。
而且它大点。
Like frigid death. A change of perception.
You're in.
被冰住了。
Willie, this is so much fun.
叮咚咚。
There has to be more, right?
Another Chronos order. The second flare stone should be behind. This gate. Let's restore the collapsed gate with this Chronos order.
这样就可以进去啊。
不是要打那个吗？门上面那个。
Together.
啊，你要打一打，快进去。
There is still another photon vault to break. We can't reach it from here. We may need to look around for a better vantage
还有
point.
一个，没有，在另外一边绕过去。
对对对，
Look at that device on the floating slab. It could help us open the path to other places. Shall we give it a try?
这是什么？
这个挑战啊，挑战，
挑战？
这个挑战啊，你可以玩啊。我不知道是什么，我没玩过。
So it turned you into a clangbang. Please use the leap device to eject yourself and crash through that ice wall. Another Chronos order. Let's give it a try. The stone slates have formed a path. Now we can bring the tacitite fulminate across the water. This hidden area may allow us to reach that photon vault.
Still luminous energy. Willie's attack. You're in for it now. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Willies, let's race. Think you can catch up?
那个在哪？
过去啊，过去，左边，跟着那个光线走啊，跟着光线走。为什么你这个不是？你这个为什么变？哦，对，跟着光线走，跟着光 键走完水那边没错啊。是，我玩的时候也是水。没错。哦，原来是要开这个，我直接把它破解掉。直接按然后去打。
你怎么硬破解啊？
啊？因为我不知道怎么解啊，就直接按第一把，跳起来踢，然后用那个维里奈去打他。跳起来踢，维里奈。不知道他想干嘛。
What do we have here? You can't hide from me.
好。
One last flare stone to go. There's a carrier lift nearby. Perhaps the flare stone is on the floor beneath us. We should be able to find Jinshi soon.
冰堆。这有冰堆。
对。
Is that so? So this file confirms that the chronosorters are they activate when hit with a strong impact to create the and this also answers my previous question. No, it was nowhere near. Plus, according to the Court of Savante which states the collision between two resonating frequencies might cause a second resonance awakening. Yes. That fight has to happen to trigger a second resonance awakening for Jin. Countless chronosorters were made to collide with the Sentinel's frequency. One chronosorter briefly showed the power to this proved that a second awakening. The research log mentioned that it's similar to how overclocking happens when a resonator overexerts. No, it's not. In addition, I noticed another detail in these records. The chronosorters required manual control, while the Sentinel Jue appeared to be under someone else's command. In the only incident of success, and the Sentinel successfully transferred some kind of energy to the rover. Jinshi.
I will cut down any threat in your way.
太强了，我的天啊！
金星在打怪。
他嘴炮叫睡着出来打，好了。
You.
好大、啊，我场地真的好大、啊。
Don't worry. Rover is special. The temporal disruption can't hurt him.
But Changli, you're...
Shh. I gave my word to be your pawn, and I intend to keep it. As your teacher and courtier, it is only right for me to do so. And let's not forget, without me playing the Wayfinder for Rover, we wouldn't even have him here. Rover has a strong connection to this place. You need his help to
But we already owe Rover a lot.
As we headed toward Mount Firmament, Rover mentioned a strange dream he had. It may have been a flashback of his lost memories. Rover, Jue, and Mount Firmament. There must be some kind of...
I see. Rover, I will do everything I can to rescue the Sentinel as soon as...
Let's cut to the chase. What did you find in Truthseeker's past, Jinshi?
According to the Court of Savante's records, the Sentinel was already injured upon its arrival at Mount Firmament. As time passed and its condition worsened, the flow of time... Only the Sentinel's appointed resonator can restore its temporal mandate. The records indicate a solution. To reverse the rapid aging effect from temporal disruptions, I must deliberately collide with the Sentinel's resonance power during combat, triggering my second resonance awakening. That will enhance my power beyond its limits.
Let's say you can achieve all that, but Jinshi, do you understand what is at stake?
I understand. I share a resonance connection with Jue, but I never took the time to truly get to know it. Sentinel Jue has been guiding us since the city's founding with its... The temporal disruptions we face are just a side effect. Without the Sentinel blocking out tacit discords through its time manipulation power, Jinzhou would be a barren wasteland.
So what do you plan to do, Jinshi? If the Sentinel's condition is indeed incurable, today it's Mount Firmament, but tomorrow it could be all of Jinzhou.
I will. If it truly comes down to that, I'll fulfill Jue's prophecy myself. It's the only way to save Mount Firmament, protect Jinzhou, and help the Sentinel.
Have you thought about the consequences, Jinshi? Trying to trigger a second awakening by fighting the Sentinel, it could... We both know what that means. You could lose your mind forever, or even disintegrate into dust. On top of that, do you honestly believe I can see right through your facade, Jinshi?
You're one to talk, my teacher. I learn from the best. When have you ever backed down?
Oh? I don't remember ever We all die eventually. Jinshi, you must live. And in...
Changli...
Jinshi, I don't intend to stop you. That's why I brought Rover here. You may have already guessed it. Rover, all evidence we've gathered points to this being... If anyone can help us with the situation at Mount Firmament, it must be Rover.
Thank you, my teacher. Jingshi will keep your words in mind.
Lastly, we still don't know for sure how the Fraxidus is keeping our Sentinel trapped. This will determine if you can actually meet it face to face. Yes, it could be any of these scenarios. Lady Xingyi is already on the case. We should get an answer soon. The cipher key should be inside the stone chamber, behind its entrance gate. There is one more flare stone to work out. Let's get moving. Look, our last target. On those floating floor tiles. We need a way to restore them.
You can count on me.
It worked. The Court of Savante set many traps here. They must have worked hard to protect Mianlong Chamber.
It's a trap! Watch out!
我可以用它试用。
对，你可以用它，它蛮强的。
Onward. Negligence on my part.
常理是什么？
Feathers incinerate.
试用常理。
Silly mistake. Take full. My blade yearns.
Strike is blind. Negligence on my part. Let it end. Onward.
Take full. From defense to offense.
I'm done with all 3 flare stones.
Good. Let's head back to the entrance. We should be able to access the cipher key now.
let's race! The cipher key.
Rover, take good care of the cipher key. I'm leaving the rest to you and Jinji. Please don't forget, I am your wayfinder. I journeyed with you into the mountains to ensure you meet up with Jinshi. From this point onward, I will be counting on you both to go and confront the Sentinel. This is all I can do for you. I'm here to guide, not intervene. The path is yours to choose. Not to mention, the Fraxidus has been pestering us non-stop. You'll need someone to keep them at bay. Yes, they've been constantly watching you, interested in your every move. They can never seem to take their eyes off of you. By all means, please carry on without me. As for myself, I have a more fitting location to make my contributions from. Oh, speak of the devils. How rude. This is not how we greet people here. Allow me to demonstrate the proper etiquette.
我刚刚打没有那么帅。
我也是啊。那个特写奶子真的是太过分了。
Cheng-Li.
Those artificers are nothing to worry about. Don't worry. Cheng-Li has her plans. I don't believe we will run into more ambushes on the way.
这是什么东西？
Bullies, let's race!
他不讲话了。
Please don't stay too far away from me.
好像一路上看到人回答。
哦 哪里有温泉？
你要
This is so much fun!
可以泡温泉。
Here comes Encore! Bloom, leave me. Life is in everything.
Stay behind me. Lotus pervade. Cycle of corruption. A change of perception.
Here we go again. Tap, you're in. a dragon's treasure.
那有冰块，发光的。
Bullies, let's race! This is so much fun! Into Woolie's belly you go!
我一直跳啊！啊！冰块，印象，
这样，
对啊，
因为发光是一样。
白色的。
Bullies, let's race!
填补缺失的冰块。是这样。
怎样？很像是不是？
在这里吧。
没有啦，你看形状，对啊，最后一个。
I should try to smile more, you say?
跟它形状
A worthwhile expedition. Frozen blockade. Cycle of corruption. Extinguish. A change of perception.
Woolie's attack! Woolie, that away! Leave me alone! Bask in the sunlight.
Stay behind me. Shackles be gone. A change of perception.
Here we go again! Tap, you're in! This is so much fun!
农火虫，他们火系。
It's Madam Magistrate! She's back! I must go tell Lady Xinyi!
起来也不错。
The meandering chamber is open now. You can proceed inside.
看起来很像他吗？
Before you go, there's something important I need to tell you.
他是阿嬷吗？
Chang Li was right. They used the court of Cervantes' research to trap our sentinel in its resting chamber. They used the chronosorters. Our captured artificer revealed that the Fraxidus sent a death squad to invade Mount Firmament. First, to place the chronosorter in the Mianlun chamber while it was still operational. Although their death squad was no match for the Sentinel, by forcing its hand, the powerful resonance ability of the Sentinel would clash. What if the Fraxidus modified those chronosorters? A whole bunch of them, pushed to their limits. But not even that was enough to... After the first hit, they set up modified flare crests in the Mianlun chamber to form a special... It prevented the Sentinel from replenishing...
So, we must free the Sentinel.
It would be a task more... The people of Hongzhen have lived with the Sentinel for generations. But now, the Frax... Please tell us what you know, Madam Magistrate.
Yes. I will tell you everything.
So the Sentinel is actually injured. Madam Magistrate, it's always a challenge to decipher the Sentinel, but now that I reflect on it, perhaps the Sentinel saw in you the potential to one day restore the temporal I just never thought.
It was here on this very mountain that I first encountered the Sentinel. Back then, I was too young to remember anything. Even the image of Mount Firmament has slipped from my mind. But this time, as soon as I stood at the base of Mount Firmament, I felt a wave of recognition wash over me. Memories long buried resurfaced. Lady Xingyi, I was born with my life, my everything connected to our Sentinel. But my duty as its appointed resonator is not the only reason for my decision. I'm following the heart of my younger self before I became Jinshi. The girl who used to laugh with pure joy as she felt the snow from Mount Firmament on her face. I'm a seed, born on Mount Firmament. Carried by the wind, it's time for me to take root and grow into something.
No matter what happens, or what choices you make, please... Mount Firmament has been stagnant for eternity. Perhaps a sudden crack of lightning. Once you pass through Hongzhen, keep your eyes open for a cave on the northern cliff. That will lead you to a shortcut towards Mianlun Chamber. The place is directly under Mount Firmament's iconic loon-shaped cliff. I wish you two the best.
Jinshi, so far everything we know about the Sentinel is still just speculation.
You were right. But my weakening resonance ability and my connection to the Sentinel leave me no choice but to explore these theories. Whether it's fact or fiction, truth or a lie, I have to confront the Sentinel and see for myself.
There has to
The Mian Loong chamber should be deep in the cave. Let's go.
Shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. Ha! This is so much fun! Leave me alone! Photosynthesis.
Stay behind me, like frigid death. Cycle of corruption. A change of perception.
Here we go again! No one picks on Ungar's friends. You're in! Here comes Encore! Leave me alone! It's nature's gift. Let's keep it well. Growing against wind. Listen up. Luminous energy.
Stay behind me, frozen blockade. A change of perception, not worth mentioning.
Woolly's attack. This is so much fun. Into Woolly's belly you go. Woolly stampede. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh. There has to be more, right? This is so much fun! Woolly, race! Leave me alone! Woefully. Life is in everything.
Shackles be gone. Engrave. A change of perception.
Here we go again. This is so much fun. You're in for it now. Here comes Encore. Oopsie daisy. Leave me alone. Photosynthesis. Woolly's attack. Woolly, that away. Leave me bask in the sunlight. Woefully.
Stay behind me. Lotus pervade. A change of perception.
Here we go again.
啊？哦，
Leave me alone! It's nature's gift. Let's keep it well. Are those little flowers growing inside? Growing against wind.
This must be the Mianlong chamber. We should now help the Sentinel break free from the flare crest spines. Chronosorters nearby may have frozen this body of water in time. Or it could have been caused by the temporal disruptions here. Either way, we can use it to our advantage. We can walk over the water now. We are too far away to see what's going on inside. Let's go. I still need more information to determine what we should do next.
Lotus Pervade!
A change of perception.
Here we go again. No one picks on Uncle's friends. Here comes Encore. Find us sleepers. Willies, let's race.
I can feel the Sentinel's presence inside, but it's not responding. The flare crest. The Sentinel is telling us we need to find the 3 flare stones corresponding to the flare crest. Then we will be able to lift the confinement set by the Fraccidus.
But I'm not seeing any flare stones, or any kind of entrance to another chamber.
There seems to be something underwater. Let's start with a chronosorter here.
water level has dropped. It's the flare stone. On that rock.
Let's go retrieve it.
The flare stone is right here, but we have to open this photon barrier first.
This barrier will break down once the corresponding photon vaults are destroyed. One of the photon vaults
You can count on me.
is in there.
那个
We
灯
can't catch up. Can't you too? Listen up.
We need to find a way to destroy the spikes with the corroder's help. Same as last time. Let's locate the photon vault first.
Notice it. Here we go again. Flame on! I'll fire it
我完全没上台。
Blue,
那你们赶快
bask in the
对
sunlight.
啊，之霞有没有练？
不用指甲，
因为不是有需要打
Lily's attack.
空中的东西。
This is so much fun. You're in for it now.
需要啊，不需要让他不止打用力啊。我也没电，
那个
他们不能打架，不能用它打架。
战斗中，这是什么？
This is so much fun. Lily, let's race. Leave me alone. Going against. Listen up. Here we go again. This is so much fun. Here comes Encore. You're in. Leave me alone. Photosynthesis. Lily's attack. This is so much fun.
怎么跑出来了？
Leave
电动
me
啊，
alone. Luminous energy. Glow for me. Here we go again. Into Woolly's belly you go. You're in. Here comes Encore. Let's race!
Once, tacit discords terrorized the land.
The region of Jinzhou was under siege. A mother and her newborn child were hiding in ruins, trying to avoid the deadly creatures. They weren't safe for long, as the tacit discord found them. The mother sacrificed herself to protect her child. But with her gone, it was difficult for the newborn to survive. In a couple of minutes, its loud cries gradually died out. Fortunately, the newborn's cries echoed through the forest with a unique resonance that reached the ears of the mighty Sentinel. With a burst of energy, our Sentinel dispelled the surrounding evils. But sadly, it was too late. That night, Mount Firmament shook with the roars of a loom, and dark clouds gathered. The Sentinel returned with a dead infant in its embrace. As if by magic, somber clouds parted, and shooting stars lit up the sky. With Mount Firmament's unique flow of time, the Sentinel brought the deceased infant back to life. The resurrected infant became known as the
Sentinel's appointed resonator, and went on to become the magistrate of Jinzhou. Yes, it's me.
Jesus.
I've lived in Jinzhou my whole life, and never ventured into Hongjian. Yet even I know of the legend. To me, Jue is more than just our sentinel, or a revered divine being. It raised me and saved me from certain death. I've been thinking about it on our way here. If the Sentinel predicted our fight, why would it even bother? Now I understand why. Because I am the Sentinel's resonator. I may not have any extraordinary abilities, but I do possess the temporal program that it accidentally... If Jinzhou ever faces a similar time crisis... In our Sentinel's prediction, the battle between us is supposed to happen in the distant future. It had been waiting for an opportunity, a right moment to tell me the truth. That's why it didn't explain. Now may not be the opportunity the Sentinel has been waiting for, but my body cannot hold up much longer. I have to go and face it while I still can, to learn about the truth, or complete our destined battle. Give up my duty? I never thought about it. To be honest, I did doubt myself many times. It was the endless kindness of you, Cheng Li, Xing Yi, and everyone in Jinzhou that get even Jue's decision to bring me back to life. Whether out of pity or not, Jinzhou holds everything that's dear to me, even without the title of magistrate. I'm okay. The pain I'm feeling is nothing compared to those trapped in the temporal disruption. I must find the Sentinel as soon as possible. We draw from the same source of power. Saving it means saving myself. If there is truly no other option in the end, then I will have to fight it, I refuse to back down. I will fight. To protect the Sentinel and to defend Jinzhou. One life may be lost, but many will be saved. If it means keeping everyone safe, then I have no regrets giving my own life. But let me make one thing clear. I am not planning on dying yet. I am here to fight for a chance at survival, no matter... We're not in a situation where death is our only option, are we?
Survival.
Thank you for placing your trust in me. Come to think of it, many good... Thank you, Rover. My teacher, Chung Li, told me it's up to both of us to solve the crisis at Mount Firmament. As I... But don't worry. I'm prepared. This is... I am grateful to have you by my side through it all.
Be a dragon's treasure. Bullies, let's race.
Oh.
Okay.
Bullies, let's race.
要丢得上去吗？有啊。
The remaining photon vault is hidden behind the fissured ledge.
Fissured ledge? If only there was a tacitite fulminate. Let's look around.
我上那个也可以先打。上。
Be more, right?
Now we can get that flare stone.
Wow.
Roll for me. I can use some fertilizer. Photosynthesis. Bask in the sunlight. This is so much fun. Leave me alone! Going against me. Here we go again. You're in for it now.
还有陨石啊！怎么一直跳啊？
Leave me alone!
Done.
2 more to go. Let's look for them nearby.
Okay.
One last flare stone to go.
I will cut down any threat in your way.
Going against wind.
All set. The Sentinel should be able to break free now.
Yes, I believe so. Let's head back to the Sentinel's place.
Going against wind.
Jinshi, it has been quite some time. And greetings, Lord Arbiter. Or should one address you as Rover now? One cannot discern the cause of your arrival. Yet its significance herald. Shall a child who has lost their memories take up arms and fight for their fate? Or shall they retreat to their cradle and slumber? The seed of the future shall be sown in this very moment. Once the situation settles, an explanation shall be provided. For now, one must implore you to simply engage, decide, and observe. Jinshi, your journey has been an arduous one. Aside from aiding one...
I cannot bring myself to ask for more. All I seek is the truth. Mount Firmament is in grave danger. Regarding the temporal mandate and
One understands your concerns. The timing may not be optimal for this disclosure. For one will soon perish.
他是大限一次。
One such as this, of immortal nature, is designed to endure for all time. Yet one suffered severe harm in ancient times, and now relies on the Myanlong Chamber for survival. This is not the optimal solution. For a long time, one has had to use this chamber to replenish energy, hoping to delay the inevitable. Yet fate cannot be defied. The Fraxidas have conspired against this one. Now, the injury only worsens. The Myanlong Chamber can no longer prolong one's life. Jinzhou. The city of Jinzhou will be... Ever since one descended upon Mount Firmament, using the power of temporal mandate, over the past millennia, one has defied the laws. Otherwise, the temporal disruption would wreak havoc not only on Mount Firmament, but on the entire region. Jinzhou shall forever remain frozen in time. The past and the future melt into one, rendering life indistinguishable from death. The ceremonial rituals and endless battles persist, intertwining joy and sorrow into an eternal blur. All inhabitants of Jinzhou shall endure this perpetual fate until time itself. It is this one's own doing, and one must put an end. In the coming days, one will exert every ounce of strength to freeze the... In that moment, Jinzhou will fall into stillness, but not perish. In the distant future, the people of Wanglong...
Is there truly nothing else we can do?
This is not the optimal solution, but it suffices as an option.
Please, forgive me, but I cannot do as you say. A decade, a century... What if nobody comes up with a solution? By that time, the world will have turned its back on this forgotten city. And who would be willing to spend precious resources rescuing a small city in a far-off... Jinzhou's fate deserves better than an uncertain future.
Whilst one may not live to witness the future, one can still envision endless possibilities. Magistrate Jinji, as you express doubts, pray tell, how do you propose to solve this issue? The flow of time upon Mount Firmament is in disarray, and it can... If one does not freeze the time now, the situation in Jinzhou shall surely worsen 100-fold.
他把这边的时空冻结。
You once predicted a destined battle between us. Is it true?
Correct.
I was lost at first, struggling to grasp the prophecy's meaning. Only when I learned... By clashing two resonating powers, a second resonance awakening can be induced. Through this, I am able to push my resonance, though I will be forced to raise my blade against you.
Ridiculous! If you clash with my resonance power, Even
他要
the
跟他对
smallest
战啊。
mistake will result in overclocking and leave you nothing but an empty husk.
跟他对打。
他要
You are
夺取他的
well
力量，
aware of its excruciating
让他
effects.
变成他的残响。
The pain you feel now is but. Moreover, you will be trapped within the fissures of time itself. Your being will be relentlessly shredded and mended day.
But I can restore the errors in the flow of time. Isn't that why you saved me all?
Jinshi, you are given one last opportunity. Let me freeze the time, and I can ensure your safety.
那只讲。
You're only here to witness before the right time arrives. But you are not compelled to
让
remain
主
idle.
角来收服他。
Should you intervene, we may augment Jinshi's command me to transfer my temporal mandate access to Jinshi at the right moment. The moment of her resonance ability's depletion. Miss that moment by even the slightest margin, and Jinshi's fate will be sealed.
I should have died a long time ago. But I was lucky enough to be saved by you, allowing me the chance to see the glittering lights of Jinzhou for myself. You rewinded time to save me. I am responsible. Jinzhou is my home. If it's ever in danger, I will do everything in my power to protect what I hold dear, even at the cost of my own life.
Such a valiant speech. Do you know the weight of this decision?
他是闭
I
气。
understand your concerns. I will reach my second awakening with our destined confrontation and restore the time flow. Are you willing to bet on me?
Restore the time flow. Pray, from where does this confidence arise? You are my resonator, but your strength is only a fraction of mine. There is little chance for you to retreat unscathed.
But I can at least win some hope for our people. Even if it costs me my soul, my everything. I cannot die without trying. I may only bear your power for a fleeting moment. It's all I need to secure a better future for Jinzhou, defying all of your predictions, and I can keep you safe. If there is anyone who can face you in a fight, that person has to be your resonator. I will be your final winning move in this game.
Are you truly ready to challenge a being worshipped by your kind? Will you not regret it when you meet your bitter demise?
I will not regret it, no matter what.
Very well, Magistrate of Jinzhou. Come to the summit. Demonstrate your prowess. Show me how you shall be my triumphant ace.
这么小心，还要叫我上去。
Lord Arbiter, one is curious about your choice this time. Wherever the tides may take us, you will bear witness to our fight.
Government must be guided by virtue. She, do you keep this in mind?
Yes. Virtue must come first. Politics, commerce, it all must serve the people.
From now on, you shall be known as Jinshi, bearing Jinzhou's name as your own. What do you think of this world?
Like here. Darkness clings, but lights flicker in the gloom.
A guiding light's not easily lit.
That's why they stand out so brightly against the darkness.
This entrance leads to one Sonoro sphere. Magistrate Jinshi, one shall await you there. Rover, this battle is related to the fate of Jin.
If I open it, Jinshi, the ideal outcome would be for her to absorb your power at the critical moment. But there's a chance that she could push herself too far. Though, if I do nothing, you...
Correct. Now, please let us know your...
Rover. I have been preparing for this moment. Leaving Jinzhou behind fills me with regret. Knowing, but that's why I'm here. To ensure that others can still experience. Our city has a rich history, with generations witnessing endless. They deserve a bright future. I want to protect Jinzhou in my own way. Let's begin.
功夫啊！ 我被定住了。嗯。
把跨过去啊，它可以按 T 啊，你要看。
Evil be cleansed. Instant
我要死了，
ominous.
我死掉了。
为什么你死掉了？你要走啊！
嗯。
我是快死掉，然后。
我是没打到啊。
Negligence on my part.
Oh, stars, heed my calling. Onward. Onward.
怎么变这样？怎么变这样啊？
Impressive feat, Magistrate Jinshi.
你要死他。
However, you are still a long way from inheriting my power.
哦，
Back down now,
一下是
while you still can.
然后把
I've made up my mind, and I will not back down. You once said it's not easy to become a candle of light,
你要看后面。
but I still want to try. I want to see if I can ignite a spark of hope for Jinzhou.
发射光弹。
Lord Arbiter. May this one transfer the temporal mandate to Jinshi. This one has heard your decision. The transfer has been carried out as you instructed. Jinshi, one shall honor one's promise and restore Jinzhou's future to you and its people. Jinshi has recovered. One will soon send her back to Jinzhou for recuperation. Please do not worry. With all matters resolved, as per the agreement, it is time for one to address you. One is prepared to answer any inquiries you may have. I am Jue the Sentinel, the god. You are my arbiter, and my former master. In bygone days, I stood by your side as you established Jinzhou City. You tasked me with safeguarding its prosperity. This one begs your pardon. One is prepared to answer any inquiry. In the past, one was granted the key to that sonora. You said you planned to participate in his... One had previously requested for permission every ounce of my existence, from life to death, and one is prepared to answer any... Since Jinshi has inherited my power, the temporal programs are now... Jinshi has fully assumed the mantle of leadership. This situation has been to accomplish a goal. Jinshi must possess both. Today was not the ideal moment. One is prepared to answer the flow of time when Mount Firmament has been restored to its natural pace. But the citizens, fortunately, with Jinshi's resonance ability, for lack of a better solution, through countless ages, the people of Hongzhen have a bright future ahead. One is prepared to answer any... Your tacit, Mark. There is something unusual.
What? What's wrong? Rover, who's bullying you?
Hi, Mom.
Is it you, big thing? Huh? How dare you? I'm gonna teach you a Wait, pause. I don't think it has any bad intentions. It smells like the unnatural smell I smelled in Jinzhou before. Oh, so you must be that sentinel. Hello there, big one. Rover, why didn't you wake me up earlier? I got a feeling I missed out on a lot of fun.
It does feel similar to me, but there is some difference. This entity is unfamiliar to me, as it resides within your tacit mark. One can only assume you granted it access intentionally. Lord Arbiter, have you heard of the Black Shores?
黑海岸。
The Black Shores is the starting point of your journey in this world. If you have doubts, this one's... Worry not. The wuthering waves ebb and flow. They shall send you back to where you belong.
Yang Yang.
One suggests heading back to Hongzhen to reunite with your companions, Lord Arbiter. With Mount Firmament no longer posing a threat, surely Hongzhen will undergo significant changes.
Going against wind.
有什么工具？滑雪。
Mount Firmament glowed with the sun's light, high above the clouds, and amidst it all stood a white-haired maiden. With a mere wave of her hand, she brought. This maiden was none other than the dead infant, now when thunder roars in spring's embrace, the sun shall shine, for only through death and strife can one.
I see.
是什么？
Doesn't
不落
matter.
落。
That's not important for our goal. We have the answers we wanted already. With the second resonance awakening, we will tap into powers that rival the Sentinels.
跟那个
Complete control of the
伤痕
artificial resonator awakening
一起的那
process is
个
within reach. And lastly, about that rover. This trip was worth it. We've collected many wonderful notes, haven't we? It's about time. Get moving. Can't let a certain someone wait too long behind bars.
解这个都可以解。
今天先开到这里，拜拜。